All right, so let's take a look to see what happened in the markets today, Thursday, January 28th, and we try to do this in 5 minutes or less. Wow, it was another wild day in the market. But today it was the stock market that rallied while the so-called Reddit stocks dropped. So let's take a look at those, but let's take a look at the indices first to see where they are closed. So the Dow that we are looking at here right now, the Dow was up more than 600 points at some time in the trading session, but then dropped back, but still up 1%. And after yesterday, where we were just dropping down, really a nice recovery today. And so it was it was 1% up, not bad at all. So let's take a look at the next one. So looking at the S&P 500, so the S&P 500 also gained 1%, and then we finally have the Nasdaq, and the Nasdaq, well, a little bit lagging today. So S&P and Dow definitely the winners, but here 0.7% up for the Nasdaq. Now, what happened today? So why were the markets up? Well, let's take a look at the economic calendar here. And here is what happened. Let me just refresh this so that we can all take a look at the numbers, because today was a big day. We had GDP and jobless claims coming out. And if you look at this, so first of all, the advanced GDP came in at 4%. That is slightly lower than expected. Everybody was expecting 4.2%. But you see right now with the pandemic, it's anyhow just, okay, what are we trying? 4%, maybe, why not? The more important number is the unemployment claims. And they were expected to be at 880,000 and came in lower than expected at 847,000. So this was great news. Also, the 4%, not bad at all. It means that the US economy grew for a second straight quarter. And this helped offset a few post-earnings losses that we saw here, because let's take a look at some of the important earnings that we had here earlier today, or actually they came yesterday after the close. So the first one that we want to take a look at is Apple. Apple reported earnings yesterday, and Apple today down 3.5%. Well, the company beat on earnings and revenue, but Mac sales were pretty soft. And as you can see, this stock rallied up into earnings. So it might have been a little bit of a buy the rumor, sell the news situation. So today, Apple closed down 3.5%. So another company that reported earnings yesterday after the close was Facebook. So let's see what happened here with Facebook. And as you can see, also Facebook here today not doing too well. So Facebook reported that also earnings and revenue were higher than expected, but it fell 2.6% based on concerns of Apple's iOS 14. And here's why. Traders believe that it could weigh on advertising revenue because the new update will require users to consent to data collection, meaning Facebook will be limited to track user behavior and send targeted ads. And as we know, this is Facebook's main business, so that could be bad. So another company that reported earnings yesterday after the bell, this is the last one that we'll take a look at before we look at the Reddit stocks and see what's happening here, is Tesla. So Tesla dropped 3.3% after earnings fell short of expectations. And as you can see, I mean, Tesla still pretty strong going up here, but today a little bit down. Now, a few other big losses that we had today were these so-called Reddit stocks. So first of all, GME, GameStop, if you look at this, down 44%, AMC, if you look at this, down 56%, and BlackBerry, if you look at this, down 41%. Now, these have been extremely volatile after Wall Street Bets, a popular forum on Reddit with millions of followers, decided to declare war on hedge funds that shorted these stocks. Now, most of the action lately has been pushing these higher. If you look at GME, squeezing out the shorts, right? But today, all of these fell a little bit. And here's why. Part of the reason they sold off was that several online brokers, including Robinhood, restricted traders from buying from them. I think it's outrageous, and I made a separate video about this because it really pissed me off. And I'll link to this in the description. Now, there's one more Reddit stock that closed higher today, and that is SLV. So let's talk about SLV and what that means. So SLV up 5.6%, not completely crazy, but up. And this after the Wall Street Bets crowd started calling for a short squeeze on this silver ETFs. But while silver was up, gold fell for the 6th straight day and its longest losing streak in almost 2 years. So tomorrow we get a few more earnings rolling in, but come on, I mean, who are we kidding? I'm going to be watching the GameStop saga, and what's happening there. What about you? Are you watching it? Because if so, click on like right now. Anyhow, this wraps up today's stock market news. Tried to make it in 5 minutes. Well, took us 6 minutes because there was a lot to report today. Anyhow, keep in mind, trade what you see and not what you think. And I'll see you in the next video.